Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of a vast, misty forest, the kind where every shadow whispers secrets you've long buried. But what if I told you that the real monsters lurking there aren't beasts or ghosts, but the silent judgments of others that have been holding you captive your whole life? Pull up a chair, my friend, because I'm about to take you on a journey through the hidden depths of the human spirit, drawing from the profound insights of Dr. Elias Grant, a pioneering mind in American psychology who uncovered truths that could shatter those invisible chains forever. You know that feeling, don't you? That nagging pull in your chest when you're about to say something bold, only to swallow it down, because what if they laugh? What if they turn away? It's like an unseen audience is always watching, critiquing your every step. I've felt it too. And let me tell you, it's a thief in the night, stealing away pieces of who you really are until you're left wondering where the real you went. But here's the spark of curiosity I want to ignite in you. What if caring too much about those opinions isn't just a habit? It's a cage you've built yourself. And Dr. Grant knew the exact key to unlock it. Let's dive in together, heart to heart. Picture yourself as a kid, wide-eyed and full of dreams, only to learn quickly that fitting in means survival. A parent's approving nod for good behavior, a teacher's gold star for blending with the crowd, friends giggling at anyone who dares to stand out. It's subtle at first, like a gentle wave eroding the shore, but over time, it carves deep grooves into your soul. You start editing your words, your clothes, even your laughter, all to avoid that sting of disapproval. And before you know it, you're starring in a play you didn't write, directed by everyone else's expectations. But oh, my friend, what if I whispered to you that this isn't just uncomfortable? It's downright hazardous to your very essence. Dr. Grant, with his keen eye on the human psyche, saw it clear as day. When you let the fear of judgment rule, you're not just hiding. You're suffocating the vibrant, unique spark that makes you you. It's why, even after ticking all the boxes, perfect job, perfect smile, perfect life, you lie awake at night feeling hollow, like a beautiful shell with nothing inside. That anxiety, that restlessness, it's your inner self crying out for air, begging to break free from the mask you've worn for so long. Think about it. Look around your world right now. Folks are bending over backward to be liked, aren't they? Altering their looks with filters and trends, biting their tongues on hot topics, even abandoning core beliefs just to keep the peace. On those glowing screens, we scroll through endlessly. We're all performers, crafting posts and pics for a thumbs up, from faceless crowds. In offices and classrooms, we dim our lights to avoid the spotlight, terrified of whispers or exclusion. And at home, with the people who should know us best, we nod along to yes when our hearts scream no, all to dodge a storm that might never come. Here's the twist that might just blow your mind, though. Most of this dread isn't rooted in actual slights. It's born from the tales we spin in our own heads. We convince ourselves everyone's dissecting our flaws, when really, they're lost in their own whirlwinds of worry. Dr. Grant termed this the shared darkness, that undercurrent in society that stomps on individuality and cheers for sameness, even if it crushes the spirit. It's a collective force that pushes us to conform. But at what price? The more we yield, the more we drift from our true path, losing not just our voice, but our peace of mind. And that's the profound secret Dr. Grant unearthed after years of exploring the human soul. Surrendering to others' views doesn't just dim your light, it extinguishes it. You don't merely quiet your thoughts, you bury your entire being under layers of pretense. That's why, despite all your efforts to get it right, that inner emptiness persists. Your essence is gasping behind a facade. Why does this grip us so fiercely? It sinks roots deeper than reason, back to our earliest days, woven into the fabric of how we're raised. From the cradle, we're conditioned for praise. Moms and dads beam when we behave just so. Schools hand out rewards for marching in line. Peers cast sidelong glances at anyone who colors outside the lines. We become masters at gauging the vibe, spitting out the right words, and tucking away our authentic selves. By the time we're grown, people-pleasing is second nature, even if it means betraying our own hearts. Dr. Grant observed this pattern in countless lives, documenting how it creates a split within us. He described the outer shell, that polished front we present to the world to get by. But lurking beneath is the inner shadow, the raw emotions, wild dreams, and untamed urges we shove into the dark, fearing they'd make us outcasts. When we obsess over opinions, this shadow swells, leaving us feeling phony, jittery, and utterly alone in a crowd. And here's the gut-wrenching truth that might bring a tear to your eye. You can twist yourself into knots trying to please them all. But it's impossible. Critics will always lurk in the shadows, ready to misinterpret, condemn, or even resent your authenticity. Every time you cave to that fear, you get a fleeting rush, dodging a fight, earning a grin or a nod. But slowly, you fade away, your passions, your true desires, your bold ideas, they get entombed under the heavy question, what will they say? You become a ghost in your own story, invisible even to yourself. Dr. Grant called this forsaking your core, where life turns into a scripted performance, chasing applause that's never enough. The crowd's demands are insatiable, and you're left exhausted, performing for an audience that moves the goalposts with every act. Now, lean in closer, because this is where Dr. Grant's wisdom shines like a beacon in the fog. It's revolutionary, raw, and real. He didn't just preach, "Be yourself," like some empty slogan. He mapped out a daring path to liberation by confronting that terror of rejection square in the face. True joy, unshakable poise. It springs from what he named personal unfolding, the brave quest to unearth and embody your genuine self, come what may. But brace yourself. It's not a walk in the park. You'll have to release the craving for validation, embrace the risk of being misread or even shunned. As Dr. Grant penned in his timeless words, the greatest gift of existence is stepping fully into your authentic being. To seize that gift, you must cast off the chains of others' views. So, what does it feel like to truly let go? Can you shatter these bonds without alienating those you love? How do you reclaim your voice, illuminate your shadow, and forge the ironclad self-assurance Dr. Grant championed? Stick with me, my friend, as we venture deeper into his practical guidance, crafted from the heart of his psychological explorations. You'll learn to live for your own light, not the fleeting glow of the masses. If your soul has ever yearned for that unbreakable liberty, the sort no one's words can steal, hold on tight, because what's ahead is pure gold. We've peeled back the layers on how deeply this approval addiction burrows, and why Dr. Grant deemed it the ultimate saboteur of your true essence. Now, let's shatter those patterns. This isn't about flipping a switch overnight and becoming indifferent to the world. No, it's about gentle, transformative nudges in how you perceive yourself, those around you, and the grand tapestry of life. Let's unpack Dr. Grant's teachings step by step, shall we? First off, he revealed that we all don a disguise, the social facade, that curated image we flash to navigate society. Many mistake this for their core identity, but it's merely a role rehearsed from years of adaptation. The authentic you? That's the one who feels profoundly, thinks uniquely, and occasionally yearns to buck the norms. This facade keeps you safe, but it stifles your growth. Begin by spotting your own. When do you shift your behavior out of dread of scrutiny. During meetings at the office, chats with buddies, online shares, or family dinners. No judgment here. We all do it. But recognizing it as a mere shield, not your soul, is your gateway to emancipation. Dr. Grant's most potent, often overlooked gem is the concealed self. This encompasses all you've suppressed or disowned, your unfiltered views, hidden longings, old scars, and even your untapped gifts. We bury them to evade disapproval, but ignoring them only amplifies their power. Without confronting this concealed self, a chasm widens between your pretense and your reality. To bridge it, get raw and real. What truths do you muzzle? What aspirations have you interred from fear? What self-criticisms cut deepest? Dr. Grant asserted that illuminating this concealed self reclaims your vitality. Those once shameful fragments, they morph into your mightiest assets with a dash of bravery. Why does others' approval hook us so? Often, it's the futile chase for flawlessness. We believe if we nail the act, the look, the line, acceptance will follow. But perfection? It's a phantom. Achieve it, and detractors still swarm. Dr. Grant declared, "The scariest endeavor is embracing yourself wholly." It's daunting because it means ditching the illusion that praise equals bliss. Realize you need only be genuine, not impeccable. And suddenly, you inhale deeply. The burden evaporates. You're liberated to stumble, to be puzzled over, to evolve. That's when your story truly ignites. Now, the tough pill. Authenticity sometimes means letting others down. Friends might fade, barbs may fly, solitude could knock. But pause and ponder. Is erasing yourself worth appeasing those who only cherish your facade? Dr. Grant emphasized that genuineness is the cornerstone of mental well-being. By honoring your principles, your words, your course, even amid storms, you affirm to your depths, "My essence trumps their views." Gradually, this forges unyielding dignity and strength. It's not rebellion or chaos, it's a serene, steadfast choice of self. So much of this agony stems from self-rejection. We hustle for worth via nods of approval, but it's ephemeral. Dr. Grant's veiled insight? The soul balm is self-acceptance. Treat yourself as you'd a dear companion. It's fine to stand apart. My emotions count. Perfection isn't required. Each embrace of your quirks, your chaos, dilutes the sway of external verdicts. You won't escape this trap, surrounded by naysayers, fault finders, or rivals. Dr. Grant advocated for kindred spirits, those who embrace your raw self and nudge your expansion. If they're scarce, become one first. Voice truths openly. Champion others' realness. Your authenticity will magnetize those who treasure your core, not your utility. And here's the ultimate liberator. You wield zero sway over others' thoughts. Their takes stem from their own baggage, fears, histories. Managing that? A fool's errand. Accepting that some will forever misjudge you, regardless, ushers in true might. Dr. Grant noted, "A child's heaviest load is the parent's unfulfilled existence." Don't shoulder others' aspirations or censures. Forge your own. Try this quick dare. Over the next day, snag every instance you pause from worry over judgments. Maybe it's piping up in a debate, donning that quirky shirt, or chuckling freely. Spot it, then query, is this for me or their nod? If the latter, opt for you, just this once. Savor the sensation. Repetition breeds ease. Dr. Grant viewed misinterpretation as individuation's right. If you're never misconstrued, you're likely veiled. Liberty blooms when you let judgments roll off, gossip fade, departures happen, while anchoring in your value. Envision awakening tomorrow, unshackled from what will they think. You articulate your heart, style your way, pursue your passions. You draw in souls who adore your honesty, shedding those blind to your light. It's no fantasy. It's your horizon via Dr. Grant's wisdom. But wait, there's more to seal this forever. How do you sustain this emancipation when old pressures creep back? How reshape routines, thoughts, existence so opinion-chasing vanishes eternally? Let's anchor this poise for life, unveiling Dr. Grant's seldom shared method that flips doubt to indomitable esteem. If you've journeyed this far with me, you're a rare gem, not chasing superficial fixes, but craving profound metamorphosis. Time to etch this liberty in stone. No longer will strangers' views dictate your worth. No more shrinking for fleeting pats on the back. Here's the blueprint to craft a resilient mindset that not only endures conformity's tug, but flourishes in truth, as Dr. Grant envisioned. This freedom isn't a flash, it's a practice, chosen repeatedly till it's instinct. Let's weave it into your daily rhythm. First, greet each dawn with personal resolve. Before screens beckon or alerts chime, breathe. Ponder. What resonates with me today? Jot a truth-reflecting note, a principle, aim, emotion. Perhaps voice my reality, shaky or not, or Adorn what sparks joy, not norms. This primes your mind. Your voice reigns supreme. Second, cultivate self-endorsement amid the throng. During your day, catch slips toward pleasing. About to flip-flop and view to mesh? Fake a chuckle? Mask feelings? Halt, whisper inwardly. Their dislike? Fine, I approve. This rewires you to crave internal thumbs up. Third, alchemize social jitters to wonder. Swap dread for inquiry. What's my inner narrative on their take? We often conjure critiques that never materialize. Test gently. Utter the bold word. Flaunt your style. Unleash your genuine mirth. Usually, folks overlook or admire your guts. Judgers, they're not your pack. Fourth, carve an authenticity haven. Designate one life, nook judgment proof, a diary, pastime, or confab with a true pal. Here, unleash unbridled you. Spill ideas, fantasies sans sève. Dr. Grant held that invention, and bonds thrive where shadows dance free. Fifth, toast tiny braveries. Each authenticity pick over approval, revel however minor. Grin inwardly, note it, confide in an ally. These are investments in your esteem vault. Soon, confidence swells from self-fidelity, not cheers. Shifting from pleaser to sovereign, lasting evolution demands redefining self. Dr. Grant taught choices, sculpt identity. Each risk of misjudgment for truth broadcasts, I embody my verity. This pivot dims old haunts, drawing allies. Chances, serenity through rawness. Critiques persist, but your response evolves. Dr. Grant explained projections. Others hurl their demons at you. When assailed, muse, me or them, their truth or evasion. Most barbs are echoes, not reflections. Silently, thank them for clarifying paths. Dr. Grant's covert tactic. Routinely act true, popularity be damned. Minor feats, post honest thoughts, rock eccentric garb, decline unwanted bids. Reflect post, catastrophe, lost essentials. Typically, liberty outweighs. Each builds self-reverence, shrinking fear. Your unvarnished self is humanity's boon. Appearing raw inspires mask dropping. Dr. Grant saw one authentic soul ripple to kin, jobs, cultures. Initially, truth might echo loneliness. Pals depart, moments awkward. But isolation births profound ties. Ceasing camouflage reveals you to soulmates. The apt circle arrives when you shine unveiled. Many chase nods yet feel unseen. Quitting opinion care magnetizes. You express, not impress. Attract, not pursue. Matches align with your core. That's the hushed liberty, a serene belonging to self. If this resonates, if you're poised to shed disguises and embrace your truth, share below your tale, hurdle, or tiny stride. Your valor might light another's way. For more on psyche depths, Dr. Grant's legacy, and authentic living's joy, hit subscribe. Join this circle of bold thinkers. Thanks for listening, pondering, and daring to unfold into your magnificent self.